about why English language is important for them and how they should acquire it, generally speaking. And in particular, what is the role of institutional training and how Genius Institute Lahore can play a significant role in acquiring English language capability.
In my opinion, learning English requires strong dedication and regular practice.
The first step is to develop a habit of listening to the English daily.
Hello, dear friends. How are you doing? Very good morning at Genius Institute Lahore. Spoken English class morning session. The students are getting crazy because they want to speak on a couple of topics. Okay, only one topic today. It's about why English language is important for them and how they should acquire it, generally speaking. And in particular, what is the role of institutional training and how Genius Institute Lahore can play a significant role in acquiring English language capability. So today's topic is general one, how English should be acquired. And tomorrow's topic is going to be particularly about Genius Institute Lahore, what role it can play in acquisition of L2, this is the second language, and that's your target language, none else except English language. So, dear friends, the presentation of the students would go in a very different way today. For example, every student will speak one sentence regarding the importance of English language and how it should be acquired in particular. The acquisition or learning of English is the most important one, and how it should be done. The students are going to give us the tips today, and they will teach the online students how English language can be learned generally. What are the important segments to acquire it? And afterwards, after doing all that stuff, tomorrow we'll have another presentation. It will be about what is the role of Genius Institute Lahore in training and learning English. Yes, please. It's your first point is yours.
In my opinion, learning English requires strong dedication and regular practice.
Strong dedication and regular practice. Very nice. These are two important segments to learn English. Strong dedication first and regular practice is the second point, and it's important. Both collocations are amazing. Just please.
The first step is to develop a habit of listening to the English daily. Listening to the English news, magazines, podcasts, or any other movies.
Yes, the first step is to have the listening, ample listening skill. Keep on listening. If you want to speak English, listening is the first step. Very nice. Yes, please, the next one.
Reading English books, newspapers, and magazines also helps to improve our vocabulary and sentence structure.
Vocabulary and sentence structure, reading. Yes, that's great. Listening and reading are passive skills, and writing and speaking are active skills. Receptive skills and productive skills. So listening and reading are receptive skills. Passive receptive skills. You are receiving something through ears or through eyes. And the speaking and writing are active, productive skills. You are actively engaged in either writing something or speaking something. So they are productive skills. So the receptive passive skills are mandatory for acquiring active productive skills. So you can understand the importance of things. Yes, please, the next point. Very nice.
To speak English fluently, it is more important to think in English rather than translating from the native language.
Excellent. Very nice. Both of them. Yes. Think in English. I mean, if you are learning through methodology of direct method, interactive methodology, you're learning through conversations, the presentations, teacher is teaching you collocations, different chunks, idiomatic expressions, spoken English grammar. Spoken English grammar is a bit different from writing English grammar, and you are also learning contractions and reductions. So doing all these activities, you are improving your listening skill and you start thinking eventually in English. Very nice. Thank you.
Speaking confidently requires
Speak aloud, please.
overcoming to fear the mistake, which mistake make a process of the learning.
So, speaking confidently requires what?
Speak confidently required overcoming to fear the mistake, because mistake is the
making
part of
mistakes.
the
Yeah.
learning process.
We should get ready for making mistakes if we are learning a language. Very nice. If you can't speak wrong English, you can never speak right English. So get ready for making mistakes, and they'll be rectified either by the teacher or gradually you refine your language. But making mistakes initially is mandatory, is necessary, essential. Yes, please.
Sharing technique is very helpful where you listen to a native speaker and repeat immediately to improve pronunciation and accent.
Very nice, thank you. Yes, of course, pronunciation and accent are important for speaking a native language. So, shadowing technique or mim method, we practice here in the class. So, they are the significant elements or activities done in the class. Very nice, thank you. The next one, please.
Grammar should not be ignored, as speaking correctly depend on the proper use of tenses, articles, and sentence formation.
Sentence foundation, sentence structure, and grammar are practiced here in the class, undoubtedly, in spoken English class at Genius Institute Lahore. Yes, please, the next point.
Fluency also comes from speaking with the classmates, teachers, and parents regularly in English and without hesitation.
Undoubtedly, fluency also comes from speaking regularly with friends, classmates, and teachers in English without hesitation. The practice is important if you are with friends or family members, wherever you are. If you continuously speak, regularly speak English, you will become habitual of speaking, and when language becomes your habit, you start speaking confidently and fluently, correctly and clearly as well. Yes, please, the next point.
Joining a professional institute like
Speak aloud, please.
Genius Institute Lahore is the best way to learn English under the guidance of expert teachers.
My God, joining the expert institute like Genius Institute Lahore can be very productive in acquiring English language skills. Your point is valid, but we are going to give a wholehearted or full-fledged presentation about the role of Genius Institute Lahore tomorrow in the class. Yes, please.
To be honest, the environment of Genius Institute Lahore is motivates students to speak in front of others without any hesitation.
Yes, we understand the environment of Genius Institute Lahore is very important in making you speak English confidently in front of others. Yes, that's right. Okay, the next point, please.
Participating in class presentation, debates, and role plays can improve speaking skills and reduce stage fear.
No doubt, we practice presentations and conversation practice is these two things or activities really make a remarkable contribution in acquiring English. Yes, please, the next point.
Writing daily in English, such as keeping a journal or writing essays, also helps in building better sentence structure.
My God, this is really important. If you're writing something on daily basis, it strengthens your sentence structure and also increases your vocabulary. Yes, that's right. They also improve or contribute effectively in improving your English.
Vocabulary building is essential, so learning new words and using them in daily conversation is must.
Yes, learning vocabulary and then using in sentence structures makes the difference in your language. It elevates your language from B1 level to C1 level maybe sometime, and from C1 level to C2 level ultimately. Yes, please, the next.
Patience and consistency are the keys because language learning is a gradual process that needs time and practice.
Yes, patience and consistency are the keys, undoubtedly. You know, if you are not patient in learning, Mr. Dice, if you're not patient in learning English or any language, you won't be able to just acquire the skill of learning a language. So patience and consistency means if you're doing it, keep on doing it. Don't stop it. You must become unstoppable. Yes, that's right.
I believe that by following these steps and joining Genius Institute Lahore, anyone can speak English clearly, fluently, confidently, and correctly.
Yes, by following these steps and joining Genius Institute Lahore can make a huge difference in the personality development and communication skill. Please, the next one.
In my opinion, learning English efficiently requires more strong dedication and regular practice.
Dedication. Strong dedication is important and regular practice is compulsory. Yes, the next point, please.
The first step is to develop a habit of listening of English daily, such as watching English news, movies, and podcasts.
Yeah, listening comes first, undoubtedly, because it develops your habit of listening and you become a good listener, as I told you early on, a good speaker. So listen to something daily on daily basis. I gave you some structure, some scripts. You can listen to them, and you can also have the IELTS listening, or you can listen to the English podcasts, or anything, the news, for example, channels are there. They are giving documentaries. They are giving you the news headlines, sometimes the detailed information about the news. So it's important to learn through these steps. Yes, please.
Reading English books, newspapers, and magazines also help to improve our vocabulary and sentence structure.
Reading should not be ignored along with the listening. Listening and reading both are important. Yes, please, for learning language. For learning any language, and when we are concerned about spoken English, so English is not an exceptional case.
To speak English fluently, it is important to think in English rather than translating from your native language.
Yes, we have done it. No translation from your native language to your smart language you're learning. So you should directly think in English, and it can make the difference. Yes, please, the next.
Speaking confidently requires overcoming the fear of making mistakes because because mistakes are a part of learning process.
Mistakes are the part of learning process. No doubt about that. And you should not have any fear of making mistakes. Yes, we have done that all stuff. The next point, please.
Shadowing techniques is very useful where you listen to a native speakers and repeat immediately to improve pronunciation and accent.
Pronunciation and accent can play a very big role in your language learning process. So you should give concentration to the native speakers. If you listen to the native speakers, you'll be very close to the native speakers' accent and pronunciation. So that's what we are doing here at Genius Institute Lahore. The next one, please.
Grammar should not be ignored, as speaking correctly depends on the proper use of tense, articles, and sentence formation.
Yes, grammar is another part which is really significant in learning language. We teach you the use of modal verbs, auxiliary verbs, modal verbs, and tenses, active and passive tenses. So all these things really have their significance. The next one, please.
Fluency also comes from speaking regularly friends, classmates, and teachers in English without hesitation.
Yeah, no hesitation and fluency. These are two opposite things. I mean to say that they are similar. Without any hesitation, you should speak fluently. And if there is a hesitation, there is no fluency. And if there is a fluency, there is no hesitation. Rest. The next.
Joining a professional institute like Genius Institute Lahore is the best way to learn English under the genius of expert teachers.
Under the guidance of expert teachers. Yes. Right. The next.
The environment at Genius Institute Lahore motivates students to speak confidently in front of others.
Yeah, environment is great. Undoubtedly. The next one, please.
Participating in class presentations, role plays, and debates can improve your speaking skills and reduce your stage fear.
Yes, this is an interactive methodology which we are using here in the class. So everybody has participation in different activities. That's right. The next one, please.
Writing daily in English, such as keeping a journal or writing essays, also helps in building better sentence structure.
Yes, yeah, I told you early on, if you are reading a lot, you will be able to write good English. You're listening a lot, you are able to speak English better. So thank you very much, everybody, for giving these valuable points to learn English language and to speak it later confidently, fluently, clearly, correctly, intelligently, and naturally. May Allah bless you all. and keep on working hard. Tomorrow, everybody's going to give the presentation. Hello, you will come here at 8:45. Yes, 15 minutes early. We'll start recording the presentations beforehand. So you have to, tomorrow's time to the class is not 9 o'clock. It's 8:45. You will come here. We'll start independently recording your presentations here behind the podium, in front of everybody else, and you will see how do you speak. Prepare yourself very well, because you are going to speak about spoken English class at Genius Institute Lahore. Why it is mandatory for everybody to join for learning and training English language. God bless you all. Thank you.